Starting out here, Mount Moosilauke, July 21st, 2018. This will be about a 7.6 mile hike, 3,100 feet of elevation gain. This is the 10th highest peak in the White Mountains, a little over 4,800 feet of elevation. And today we're starting out here at the Beaver Brook Trailhead, heading up the Beaver Brook Trail. Should be a fun and challenging hike. Beaver Brook Trail is on the list of the terrifying 25, so there's going to be some good rock scrambles, some cascades, nice waterfalls to look at on the way too, but definitely some challenging terrain. I'll take my time, be safe, and we'll check in a little while as we get a little further up the trail. Half mile till we hit the Cascades, mile and a half to the Beaver Brook Shelter, and short 3.8 to the Moosilauke summit. As you can see here from this sign, gives testament to the fact that this is one of the elective trails on the terrifying 25 list. This trail is extremely tough. If you lack experience, please seek another trail. Take special care at the Cascades to avoid tragic results. This is one of the many awesome waterfalls here in the first half mile as we're ascending the Beaver Brook Trail. This trail is extremely rugged. Some really neat wooden steps built into the ledges. Some neat rock scrambles we're coming up to. Metal hand rungs drilled right into the rocks themselves. Just a really unique trail. A lot of fun. You can see how steep of a drop off it is right here down the trail. Down to the bottom of that waterfall terminates. It's a good 100 feet, so we're starting to get some elevation, starting to see some of those sketchy elements in the trail, and having a really good time with this one. All right, so we're a little over 2 miles in here, and we've pretty much gotten the hard climbing out in the first mile and a half. All the serious climbing, we've done 2,000 feet of elevation gain in those 2 miles. The trail's leveled out pretty nicely at this point, so it's going to be a little more of a gradual ascent for the final 1,000 feet or so up to the summit. We'll check in as we get up there. can see that the tree composition has changed over the last half mile. We're starting to see more and more prominence of fir trees. The height of the trees is also getting smaller, shorter as we're approaching the tree line. Making our way up there now. You can see we're starting to get our first glimpses of the summit through the trees. All right, we're just breaking out of the tree line here. 3.8 miles in, 2,900 feet of elevation gain so far. And we're approaching what is the bare rocky summit of Moosilauke. The name for Moosilauke is actually translated in Abenaki, means bald place. Like many of the peaks up in the White Mountains, they have Native American references, either in the trails or names of the peaks themselves. So just in the next couple minutes here, we'll start to get a glimpse at some really amazing views. There's the summit straight up ahead. There's some peaks here we can see in the left, North and South Kinsman, and then as we cross our way over 93, you can see the rocky summit, Mount Lafayette, heading to the right, Mount Lincoln. Heading further down the Franconia range there, we'll hit Mount Liberty and then Mount Flume. Just beyond Mount Liberty, you see the Bonds peeking over, and then beyond that, Mount Washington in the distance, the high point. And then as we make our way down, we can see Mount Carrigan, another large summit, and then further south to the Osceolas and then the Tri-Pyramids. So lots of peaks. Here we are at the Beaver Brook Shelter. Decided to stop off quickly and take a look. It's a nice little spot. Pitch a tent for the Appalachian Trail through hikers. We're coming down Beaver Brook since it's a part of the AT. You can look off here directly to the Franconia Range, see Lafayette and Lincoln. Nice perspective, cool waking up to. I tell you, coming down, these are pretty steep sections. It's hard to tell on the video or pictures, but a lot of really smooth rock. It'd be super slippery after rain, or certainly in the winter time when it's freezing. So all these steps and rails definitely would be needed in those sort of conditions. You can see the signs behind me. We're just exiting the Cascades section. Some beautiful, beautiful waterfalls in that area, and also some challenging, steep, slippery sections on some of those rocks, but overall not so bad, and a pretty enjoyable and quick hike. All right, we're just trying turning off the trail, heading up to the parking lot. 5 hours hiking time today, 7.8 miles, 3,300 feet of elevation for Mount Moosilauke, 10th highest peak in the White Mountains, and the westerly most mountain on the list. Good time today, and see you in the next one.